Welcome to Journey to Greatness, your destination for motivational quotes, powerful stories, and life-changing talk.
The power of clarity in goal setting. Clarity is the foundation of all success. When you lack a clear vision of what you want, it's like trying to navigate through a thick fog. You'll wander aimlessly without direction. The key to goal setting is to define what success looks like for you in precise terms. Most people set vague goals, things like I want to be successful or I want to lose weight, but these statements are not goals, they're wishes. A goal needs to be specific, measurable, and time-bound. Instead of saying I want to lose weight, say I want to lose 10 pounds in 60 days by exercising 3 times a week and following a healthy meal plan. When you define your goals with absolute clarity, you unlock your brain's ability to focus. Your mind begins to filter out distractions and zeroes in on opportunities that align with your vision. This clarity doesn't just give you direction, it gives you power. Imagine a laser unfocused, it's just light, but when concentrated, it can cut through steel. That's what clarity does for your goals. It transforms them from vague desires into a powerful force that drives your actions. Once you've identified your goals, write them down. Studies have shown that writing your goals increases your chances of achieving them significantly. Why? Because it moves your vision from abstract thoughts to tangible commitments. Writing crystallizes your intentions and acts as a reminder of what you're working toward. Put your goals somewhere you can see them every day on your desk, your phone, or even your bathroom mirror. Constant reminders keep your goals fresh in your mind and reinforce your commitment. Another critical aspect of clarity is prioritization. Not all goals are created equal. Some will have a greater impact on your life than others. Take the time to identify your most important goals, the ones that will make the biggest difference. Focus on these first. Trying to achieve everything at once is a recipe for overwhelm and failure. Clarity isn't just about knowing what to do, it's also about knowing what not to do. Emotional leverage, the key to staying committed. Commitment to your goals isn't just about discipline or willpower, it's about tapping into your emotions to create an unshakable drive. Emotional leverage is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets tough. It's the difference between giving up when challenges arise and pushing through with determination. Without emotional leverage, goals become optional. With it, they become non-negotiable. At its core, emotional leverage is about understanding why your goals matter to you on a deep personal level. Surface level reasons like I want to make more money or I want to be healthier aren't enough. You need to dig deeper. Why do you want these things? How will achieving them change your life? Who else will benefit if you succeed? Asking yourself these questions brings clarity and emotional intensity to your goals. For example, imagine your goal is to start a successful business. On the surface, it might seem like it's about financial freedom, but when you go deeper, you might realize it's about providing a better life for your family, proving to yourself that you can achieve greatness, or creating a legacy. These emotional drivers are far more powerful than money alone. They connect your goals to your identity and your sense of purpose. To harness emotional leverage, visualize the pain of staying where you are versus the pleasure of achieving your goals. Picture yourself 5 years from now if you don't take action. What does your life look like? Are you stuck in the same place, filled with regret and frustration? Now imagine the opposite. What happens if you fully commit and achieve your goals? Visualize the success, the pride, and the joy. Feel the contrast deeply. It's this emotional tension that creates leverage. Emotional leverage also involves connecting your goals to people you care about. It's one thing to work hard for yourself, but when you realize your actions impact your family, your community, or even the world, your motivation skyrockets. For example, if you're working to improve your health, think about how being healthy allows you to spend more quality time with your loved ones. If you're building a career, think about how your success inspires others to follow their dreams. Finally, emotional leverage requires constant reinforcement. Motivation isn't a one-time event, it's something you cultivate daily. Use tools like affirmations, vision boards, and gratitude journals to keep your emotions aligned with your goals. Surround yourself with reminders of why you're doing what you're doing. Whether it's a photo of your family, a powerful quote, or a list of your goals, these triggers keep your emotional leverage strong. When you fully engage your emotions, your goals shift from something I want to achieve to something I must achieve. Emotional leverage makes your commitment unbreakable and ensures you stay on course no matter the obstacles. Creating an action-oriented plan. An action-oriented plan is the bridge between dreaming and achieving. It's not enough to have big goals. You need a clear, structured pathway to turn them into reality. Without a plan, even the most ambitious goals remain ideas floating in your mind. A solid plan gives you direction, focus, and momentum. The first step in creating an action-oriented plan is to break down your goal into smaller, manageable steps. Imagine your goal is the summit of a mountain. You don't get there in one leap. You climb one step at a time. Identify what needs to happen first, second, and so on. This process turns an overwhelming goal into a series of achievable tasks. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your first steps might be brainstorming ideas, outlining chapters, and dedicating a daily writing schedule. Each step should be specific and actionable. Avoid vague tasks like work on my goal. Instead, use precise instructions, such as write 500 words every morning, or reach out to 3 potential mentors this week. Clarity in your actions removes ambiguity and makes it easier to stay on track. Timeframes are also critical. Assign deadlines to your tasks to create urgency and accountability. Open-ended plans often lead to procrastination, but when you know a specific date to complete a task, it ignites a sense of urgency. A timeline also helps you measure progress and adjust as needed. For instance, if a particular step is taking longer than expected, you can reevaluate and make necessary adjustments without losing sight of the bigger picture. Another essential component of an action-oriented plan is anticipating obstacles. Challenges are inevitable, but when you prepare for them, you're less likely to be derailed. Identify potential roadblocks and brainstorm solutions in advance. If time management is an issue, for instance, block dedicated time in your calendar. If you lack certain skills, consider taking a course or seeking mentorship. Proactive problem solving keeps you moving forward even when the unexpected happens. Tracking your progress is equally important. Regularly review your plan to ensure you're staying aligned with your goals. Celebrate small wins along the way. They serve as motivation and proof that your plan is working. Tracking also highlights areas where you might need to pivot or improve. Remember, an action-oriented plan is dynamic, not rigid. Flexibility allows you to adapt while maintaining focus on your ultimate goal. Finally, commit to taking daily action, no matter how small. Consistency compounds over time and builds momentum. Even if you only dedicate 15 minutes a day to your goal, those minutes add up and bring you closer to success. Action creates clarity and confidence, while inaction breeds doubt and stagnation. By transforming your goals into actionable steps, setting clear deadlines, anticipating challenges, and tracking progress, you create a plan that not only guides you, but also propels you forward. An action-oriented plan is your roadmap to achieving your vision, ensuring that every step you take brings you closer to success. The role of flexibility in strategic planning. Flexibility is the cornerstone of effective strategic planning. While having a clear plan is essential, the ability to adapt and pivot when necessary ensures you stay on course toward your goals no matter the obstacles. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your vision, it means being resourceful and resilient in the face of change. Life is unpredictable. Even the most well-thought-out plans can encounter unexpected challenges, shifts in the market, personal circumstances, or unforeseen opportunities. When you're rigid, these disruptions can derail your progress and lead to frustration. Flexibility allows you to see obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable roadblocks. It's about maintaining focus on your destination while being willing to adjust your route. One way to cultivate flexibility is to adopt a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of seeing a deviation from your plan as a failure, view it as feedback. What is the situation teaching you? How can you use this new information to refine your approach? For example, if a strategy isn't yielding the results you expected, analyze the data, identify what isn't working, and experiment with a new tactic. Flexibility allows you to pivot without losing momentum. Another key aspect of flexibility is being prepared for multiple scenarios. Strategic planning isn't just about setting one path, it's about considering various possibilities and being ready to navigate them. This approach, often referred to as scenario planning, involves creating backup plans or contingency strategies. For instance, if your goal is to launch a new product, you might plan for different levels of market demand or potential supply chain disruptions. By having alternatives in place, you reduce stress and maintain confidence, knowing you're equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Flexibility also involves leveraging feedback from others. Surround yourself with a supportive network of mentors, colleagues, or peers who can provide different perspectives. Sometimes we become so attached to our original plan that we fail to see better options. Listening to constructive criticism and being willing to adjust your approach shows strength, not weakness. Collaboration often leads to innovative solutions you wouldn't have discovered on your own. It's also important to set milestones and regularly review your progress. Flexibility isn't about constantly changing direction without purpose, it's about making informed adjustments based on real-time insights. Set aside time to evaluate whether your actions are aligned with your goals. Celebrate what's working and address what isn't. This iterative process ensures that your plan evolves in response to new information and remains relevant. Lastly, flexibility demands emotional resilience. Change can be uncomfortable, especially when it challenges your initial assumptions or forces you out of your comfort zone. Cultivate a mindset that embraces change as part of the journey. Remind yourself that setbacks are temporary and that the ability to adapt strengthens your resolve. Flexibility in strategic planning isn't just a skill, it's a competitive advantage. By staying adaptable, you turn challenges into stepping stones, ensure your strategies remain effective, and keep your vision alive no matter what twists and turns come your way. The importance of measuring progress. Measuring progress is the linchpin that turns ambitious goals into achievable outcomes. Without a system to track your advancements, it's impossible to know whether you're on the right path or how far you've come. Progress measurement provides clarity, motivation, and the ability to make informed adjustments, ensuring that every effort brings you closer to your desired results. The first step in measuring progress is setting clear benchmarks. These benchmarks act as milestones that mark your journey toward your ultimate goal. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, benchmarks might include running 5 kilometers without stopping, completing a half marathon, and gradually increasing your pace. These smaller targets give you immediate, actionable objectives to focus on, breaking down an overwhelming goal into manageable pieces. Quantifiable metrics are essential for effective progress tracking. Vague indicators like do better or try harder don't provide the clarity needed to assess performance. Instead, focus on specific, measurable data points. If your goal is financial growth, track metrics like monthly income, savings, or investment returns. If your goal is personal development, consider metrics like hours spent learning a skill, books read, or the number of new habits formed. These numbers offer a tangible way to see results and assess improvement. Regularly reviewing your progress is equally important. Set aside time, weekly, monthly, or quarterly, to evaluate where you stand in relation to your goals. During these reviews, ask yourself critical questions. What's working? What isn't? Are you ahead of schedule, on track, or falling behind? This consistent evaluation allows you to celebrate achievements, identify gaps, and refocus your efforts. Without these checkpoints, it's easy to drift off course without realizing it. Measuring progress also serves as a powerful motivator. Each milestone reached is a reminder of your capability and determination. It's easy to get discouraged when you're only focused on how far you still have to go, but tracking progress allows you to see how much ground you've already covered. This perspective fuels your confidence and encourages you to keep pushing forward even when challenges arise. Another key benefit of measuring progress is its role in refining your strategy. Goals are dynamic, and the path to achieving them often requires adjustments. By tracking your progress, you gain valuable insights into what's working and what needs to change. For instance, if a specific tactic isn't yielding results, you can pivot to a different approach without losing momentum. Progress measurement ensures that every action you take is intentional and impactful. It's important to recognize both qualitative and quantitative progress. While numbers and metrics are essential, some forms of growth are less tangible but equally meaningful. Improved confidence, enhanced relationships, or a stronger sense of purpose may not be easily measured, but are vital indicators of progress. Take time to reflect on these intangible gains as part of your overall evaluation. Ultimately, measuring progress transforms your journey into a purposeful, goal-oriented process. It ensures that your efforts are focused, your motivation stays high, and your strategies remain effective. By consistently tracking where you are and where you're headed, you build the momentum needed to achieve success and create lasting change. Finally, break your goals into smaller, actionable steps. Big goals can feel intimidating, but when you divide them into manageable pieces, they become achievable. Each small step you take builds momentum and confidence, moving you closer to your ultimate vision. Clarity doesn't just make your goals possible, it makes them inevitable. Thank you for watching. If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing content. Until next time, stay empowered.